Alright, folks, I can't say I had a long day. I got to go home early and use some of my time I have. I have all this extra time, vacation time that I don't use, and I got to use up before I get to another job, and I'm using it all. But I did promise one of my patients' family I'd make them a stitch. I did make this. I'm going to paint it in. So I know I probably posted this before, but I don't know. I feel it'd be better if I painted it. So, oh my god. So I got all of my paintbrushes out. And I pre-did some of this, so I'm going to start with my orange. And I like these acrylics that are pre-done. They're nice. Very nice. You could just dip your brush in it. And I already have a lot of it done already. Sometimes I keep these for stock because she wanted a pumpkin for Christmas, so this is where we're at. But I'm here for tarot card readings too. I'm just finishing this up. I do like painting a lot. Painting with acrylics is one of my favorite things to do. And you kind of just bring it in just like you're doing you just play around with it. When you use acrylic paint and you already have a sketch drawn out, sometimes the acrylic paint is nice because it's not so thick. You don't want it overly thick, your paint. You want it nice and thin. That's where it's really nice, is when it's nice and thin paint. And just take a little bit. I just like to you can make the colors yourself or get them pre-made. In this day and age, unless you're a major artist that uses tons of paint, I would do a lot more sketch art than anything. These pre-made things usually do the job for me. And you can spread them around your, or you have everything markered out. And I have like 50 brushes. I just start out new on things, but get a couple brushes. They're cheap. I always promote Amazon, but I'm sure there's other sources. Because some people after COVID just kind of went different. But sometimes they blend in with when you do the marker too, and blends in with the marker, which is nice too. I'm gonna do the top of his head, and it's just exactly like doing coloring in with crayons. There we go. Just gives it that fun holiday feeling, and she's probably going to be moved. Honestly, she's gonna get an upgrade to a nice room. So I figure I'll get this out for her before she goes out there out of the room. Now I got two people watching. Alright. But I'm still doing tarot card readings if you guys want one. You don't have to have one. Every day is not always one of these experiences. It really isn't. Alright. Just doing the painting on top of Stitch's head. And like I said, the marker effect's nice because you still see the markers with the acrylic paint. So that's even nice there too. And we'll put this here. And we got this so far. Got all that. Then you put your top on. Alright. Now, get yourself another paintbrush for your blue. Alright. I like to just start out with a whole new paintbrush. That's just how I roll. Sometimes you gotta take your paintbrushes and do this sort of thing here. There you go. And then that's it. Now we're gonna start this. You always get paint on your hands. So it is what it is. This is why it's good to have boxes. You can just rub it on the box and then just wash your hands when you're done. Alright, this is lovely. Hey, this is half the reason it's messy, so we're just gonna put this over here. And these old Pringles boxes I have. Alright. Alright, then I just dip it in the can. I make my life easy. Sometimes making your life easy isn't a bad thing. And you could paint the same way you sketch, honestly. What I'm going to do is just have your paint. You could paint in the way you want people to see it. I kind of want people to see it this way. You could do sideways painting. I do all the time. I don't mind it. Okay, here you go. It's gotta be careful it just doesn't drop everywhere. Okay, it just did. It's okay. Alright. And then we'll just color this in. There's always a Hail Mary with these things. There really is. And you could shade in paint. You just simply, certain areas, you just make them a little more bolder than others. Alright. I'm going to make little bats with this. There. With that little drop. You just make like a V. I'm just going to do another drop somewhere since I made a mistake there. And it's completely okay. Alright. You just kind of make little fun things here in the background. Sometimes it's okay to do that. It's a fun piece. You should always have fun with your art. Always. If you're not having fun with your art, then it's just not maybe what you're aspiring to do. And then, of course, I seen another video of somebody that I hope it was a fake video. I really do. It looked superimposed, but it was a puppy in the freezer. And I hope nobody put a puppy in the freezer. That's all I'm saying. I'm sure there probably was a puppy in the freezer at some point, but I'm hoping that it didn't happen, but we never know. But I seen the video and it was very scary seeing the puppy in the freezer. I guess a happy person. Things like that bother me, which I think they bother most people. But otherwise, oh hi Danella, how are you? How are you? I am good. I'm getting some stuff done for my resident. Alright. I'm gonna start just shadowing some of the pumpkin with the blue. Doing a dark shadow. Oh yes. I'm good. I'm just making this for my one resident. She's getting moved. And I guess part of it is because they get a lot of complaints where their family member doesn't think that they get enough attention, and the truth is on Saturday I barely get time to eat. But I get it. People's families are there, they're upset. They gotta be at the nursing home. Yada yada yada. I get it. So I'm making her this. I'm just doing and shadowing around here. She wanted a pumpkin, but I don't know. I think having a stitch pumpkin would be cute. Oh, you want to know? Teddy's gonna reach out to you. Yeah, I'm probably gonna eat when I get through here. I've been working on my personal health lately. Sometimes you got lots of things going on in your life. I talked to my son. He has this car he wants to get rid of for like $1,500. It's cheap. I thought he was going to give it to my younger son, but he wants $1,500, and he does my taxes anyways. And I don't. Honestly, I don't even spend my tax money. I really don't. So he's going to take it out of my tax money. And he's really the only one I trust with my money. It is my oldest son. I call him my bloodsucker because he is. He is a bloodsucker, but he's the most honest bloodsucker I know. And I'm getting to reading. I just want to get all this paint around here. I'm trying to shade. I'm trying to do paint shading. I'm trying to work on that. Okay. I think I'm done with shading this out here. Okay, now we'll do your reading. I've been doing arts and crafts for so long I could do that, so. Okay. Now, let me grab this pink out and then my cards and tell you about your love life here. I got this. I shaded some of this out. It was originally sketched and I had the marker, but sometimes the marker bleeds through. I'm going to do the ears when I'm done with your reading. So, but yeah, she likes. I just feel bad, and they're like one of my favorite resident families, and a lot of times they're misunderstood. So I like to do little things for people because I feel that what you do to others, that for others, and you personally take your time to do or make them, or it's like cooking dinner for somebody. I just around the holidays I give them what I can. If I could give them a nice something nice put up for the holidays for a thing. They go through a lot. People really do in a nursing home. So I do what I can. It seems to bring everybody joy and happiness, so I'm happy about that. So, oh, thank you. Yeah, I was just kind of playing around because I gotta practice water. because I'm working on doing picture-like stuff, and I like to do the pastels with my water paints. I like to do them all at once. So since I'm doing everything all at once all the time, I figure why not? And start practicing, and then maybe I can get to where I could do water. Water is very hard to do. I want to say water is the hardest. I try to be a good person all the time. I don't let society make me hatred. That's why I cry over sad dog videos. And I hope to God they're not real, because I like to have faith in people, and sometimes I think people have lost their mind. But you and Teddy are in the Ten of Cups. And this talks about gratitude and wishes, abundance. It's mainly harmony and two people coming together in balance. And so, I'm getting balance for your central energy. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it's that time of year. And then you're surrounded by the Ace of Wands, and this talks about a lot of stuff, but it's mostly passion, motivation, and like divine stuff, and just getting together your energy and drive and things like that. It's like going in the. It's surrounded by a spiritual path, which is interesting. And then there's the Knight of Swords, also that is surrounding your relationship. And this just talks about a lot of negative things. Like, I'm picking up just a lot of negative thoughts about where futures are going, where it would stop a balance. So, and right here, it's always self imposed. So, in his head, this Teddy is creating the negativity, and he has to bring balance. And to bring balance, you gotta decide what you want to do. So I'm picking up that. I'm picking up on what I pick up is it could be. I mean, I guess it's on his time, all this. So I guess if he decides or comes to a conclusion, maybe. Yeah. I mean, I do everything for free. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Teddy will come around, but it just seems like he's awfully angry. I don't know if I have a list. You're welcome. I mean, people do come around, Danella. They really do. People don't stay angry forever. I mean, even Hitler didn't stay angry forever, just a long time. That's a bad joke there, but yeah. All right, I got this pink out for his middle of his ear, and of course, there. I got this in my garbage. Okay. But yeah, put your question in. I'm just getting the ears done here. And then I'll just work a little on my portfolio after this. Getting her little painting together for Halloween. I enjoy doing this. I call them sketch paintings. Because they're a whole new different way of It's a whole new different way of doing things. Most people that are sketch artists, they don't paint like regular artists. Because you got to go over markers and pencil and this and that, and there's certain kinds of paint you use. It's pretty much like that. And all your colors come together, so. But where I have the pink here, I'm just gonna shade in here, and I already have parts of Stitch's mouth where I had red marker, and I'm just gonna put the pink over. I'm giving it a nice little texture here. Alright, we got that. Oh, you're welcome. We would like to know if Steven wants me to say something or he wants to apologize with me or talk to me like we used to. Oh. So he's becoming distancing, I'm taking it. That's not a good sign. When the distance happens, sometimes it's not good. But here we go so far. There's Lucy's pumpkin for Halloween. Alright, let's see what I could get here to help you out. Alright. You and Steven, I could do an energy reading on your relationship. Because in essence, these are all, you got to treat them as relationships. You really do. Because everything in life we do is a relationship, so it is what it is. So let's get down to the Steven here. I don't do the negative cards. I just do all positive readings. I could do the negative and to positive together, but I don't really. I think either way it turns out the same, so you might as well go with the positive. Alright, you got 5 of Pentacles on your relationship, Samantha. And this, the 3 of Pentacles is about hardship, isolation, worry, struggle, bad luck, illness, divorce, scandal, disgrace. I'm getting that mostly yours is hardship and rejection and isolation going on. And it's contributing to a lot of factors that's leading to separation. And that happens. That's where you feel lack of love when this energy appears. And then there's the 9 of Pentacles. And this talks about self-efficiency, financial dependence. And then there's discipline, refinement, harmony. So it's surrounded literally by harmony and pleasure and financial independence, which is good. And then it's also surrounded by the Queen of Pentacles. And this talks about nurturing, practical, providing financially, prosperity, homemaker. And this would be you, the Queen of Pentacles. So, I don't know. I feel like he hasn't found himself. And his inner self is shutting down. Possibly when this happens and you take a shift like this, he's not really awakened. And when someone's not aligned with their inner self and they're not fully awakened, sometimes it can lead to problems. Maybe just try to do activities that remind you of where you once were. Pretty much like when you're divorced and you come back and try to make things better again. So that's what I would do. Try to rekindle things because he's kind of lost his eternal flame. That's what I'm picking up. I made this dark angel the other day. I'm building up my portfolio too. For what I don't know. They always say it's good to build things in life, so I'm building. But this is not a death sentence. People that are married go through this all the time, Samantha. I mean, it's sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You gotta just sometimes give someone a second chance and see how it goes if you've been with them a number of years. And just because it's not like it was, sometimes you can make it better. Sometimes you can't. I mean, it's something you have to figure out on your own, I guess. And you got to figure out if it's going somewhere or not, but you owe it to the relationship to try. You really do. Because trying in a relationship is what a relationship is about. It honestly is. I've done it before. Sometimes it worked out, sometimes it didn't, but you know that if it doesn't work out, if you gave it your all, then you truly gave what you could from the relationship and you didn't it didn't die off, I guess. And that's really kind of what you're where you want it. So okay, I'm gonna do a sketching. I got these tombstones. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna do a ghost. But don't lose hope. Just don't, because not hope is always there. It's not guaranteed. It really isn't. And it's okay for hope to not be guaranteed. All right. I'm gonna just do basic ghost here. I don't know. I kind of like this. I kind of like this one. It has a little skull to it. I gotta start. I've got to start. I guess challenging myself for these things. So I found this ghost that has a little bit of a skull because I do like my skulls. So I'm gonna do a ghost with a skull, and then I got this done. So I'm good there too. And I've been using these fat pencils from Staples that I got. And I like them. And then I found a pencil sharpener there that's almost like this, but I already had one of these. So, and it came with all these pencil sharp, and then I got erasers and a bunch of stuff. I feel that everyone should sometimes go old school because basics is where it's at. And I've been sketching and painting and stuff for a long while, so it's been a long journey for me. It really has. So, and I do this, and I've been telling some of my, because everybody asks me why I do this. I don't want to get Alzheimer's. I take care of people that have Alzheimer's, and the thing is I, being in the medical field, I try to do things that will help me to not get Alzheimer's. And I feel that if you challenge the right and left side of your brain, you're better off. And things like this do help, believe it or not. They honestly do. So, alright. I'm making this hood. And sometimes, it's good to. And you gotta freehand. If you freehand it, you make your brain. It's like playing basketball. You make your brain just register where you want your hand. Alright. In the back here. You just kind of. I'm sculpting this road where this ghost is. And just showing us like the skull part. I do it's really good, especially if you want to keep your skill with faces to every once in a while do a skull. So
ow! That's my leg. Ouch on.
Are you just coming and going? Or are you staying for a few minutes?
I made like 5 minutes. So.
Alright, well, I'll just stay on stream then.
Oh my god, fuck work today. You know, these fuckers tell me that, like, Jake said something about me, and it wasn't that bad, but it was about me staying longer, till 7. Because they didn't realize that someone requested off because it was their prom.
So they didn't want you to stay over.
What?
So they didn't want you to stay over.
What are you talking about?
Well, why do they? What are they talking? Because they don't want you to be staying over.
No, they did want me to stay over because the kid that usually works on Saturdays, when it's 4 of them, he requests a day off because it's his prom suite. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
But it would have been nice for a heads up if Jake realized it, you know?
Well, he's probably got a lot going on.
He probably has a lot going on, sweetie. That motherfucker, I guess, he's on salary.
Well, he's there stuck at Tony K's. That's sad existence. Well, yeah, he can't have a dog. There's a lot of stuff he can't have. You gotta look at what you have and what they don't have. It's not a competition. Alright, I'm squaring off this eye. Sometimes when you're making your skulls, you gotta make the eye dense, just like the human hollow. See this one? Because every skull is different. I guess the damage that it had through blunt trauma is a little bit different all the time. So you gotta get to know your anatomy good for the hollows of the skull. And I'm starting to sculpt the eyes. Now I'm going to do this nose. Always got to keep pushing. You never know in life where things are going to get you. Okay, now with this piece, there's grainy details inside the nose of the skull because there's still some bone in here. So you're gonna take this and just move it over this way. Alright, well, see you tomorrow now.
Yeah.
If it's okay if you want to stay over there, I don't care. I'm getting the. I guess Zach is not getting the Impala because he wants $1,500.
What did I tell you, sweetie? Did I tell you the other day it sounds too good to be true?
Brandon said that since he has to do my tax return and he trusts me more than anybody and he wants me to be able to get to his house.
He's gonna get it to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said it's a steal because he's using that money towards another car that he doesn't have to fix. But he said that it's something with the exhaust and he'll have that fixed. And I told him since I'm already on back taxes.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna take my both taxes and then go and get this exhaust thing done.
Oh, okay.
And then he said it runs really good. Oh, hi Sky, how you doing? Yeah, I like Halloween. So that's where I'm at with that. So we are getting a car.
Oh, okay.
And he wanted me to have him drive, or I'm driving with him, and I just told him you got a baby and all this.
Who, huh?
Yeah, I go, you gotta have a attention with Owen, and I said, how the hell am I supposed to come visit Owen? And I told him I'm gonna have Lance here. So he's just giving me the car. And then he says I could take care of Zach because he got more issues.
That's what he told you?
Yeah. I just told him he needs to worry about him and Owen, and I need a car for Lance and things myself. But he said it's really in great condition, and he's going to make sure whatever could be potentially wrong, if he can't fix it, he's going to take somebody that is cheap and have it fixed for me, so it's in tip-top condition when I get it.
Right. That's what they're going to do that.
Said if he can't fix it, he will find somebody that can and take it out tax money. Oh, hi Brent, how are you? And then when I get the other money, I'll just maybe buy another car. And then I'll have a good backup with that one. But in 3 months we'll have it because he says he needs it for 3 months. But that gives me a chance to get the money to buy it. And then maybe by that time I'll have that other money. Oh, I'm just talking to my husband. Oh, I'm doing good. I'm living life and I'm drawing a ghost that's a little bit that has a skull. I'm challenging my brain so I don't go to Alzheimer's. This is what I do with my life now, Brent. And it works. They said I can't do crossword puzzles. I can't. I just can't do the crossword puzzles. So I do this. Alright. Alright, see you later.
Okay.
See you tomorrow?
Yeah, you should.
I mean, if you don't want to come home tomorrow, it's okay. You can stay gone. If you want to go over there and if it's easier for you, just stay where you're at over there. I mean, it's so if you want to just come home once or twice a week, just bring your money and I'll be okay.
What?
Because you could visit us, you could just stay over there.
All right, John.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I know.
I'm okay with it. It gives me lots of streaming time.
Okay. I love you guys.
All right. All right. Now I'm getting to this news here. Oh, yeah, I'm still doing readings. Oh, it is. Okay. Oh yeah, that's why I'm doing this Verana. Oh, Verana. That's why I'm doing it. Because I wrote a book and I'm not I'm not trying to I guess I'm not trying to pay illustrators because some people they charge a lot. They really do. Just for drawing out things for you, and some of these people want like $400 and it's highway robbery. I can't do it. So, I started doing it myself because how hard could it be? And if you got to pay somebody $400 to do this, it's like no. I'm cheap enough to where I don't want. I'm not doing it like that. I can't. I just really can't. I'm good with them and all of their just being like that. I'm not paying out money like that for what I feel is being overcharged. So yeah, I wrote it, but you know what? I'm doing my own artwork too, and it does help you not get Alzheimer's. So that's where I'm at with mine. And I will be doing illustrations too, because illustrations are very important. And if you wrote it, it's nice to be able to do that. Honestly. All right. Now the straw comes down this way. All right, we want to make a chin jaw. So, oh no, they won't. And I'm not paying them $400 for this. I refuse. I'm a cheap ass. I am a literal cheap ass, and I don't care. And maybe it gives me more integrity to do it on my own and not pay them. So this is where I'm at with illustrators and yada yada yada. And all this AI bullshit because it is. It's bullshit, this AI. I have sometimes I don't have faith in people because I see sad dog videos. Yes, I do get that. But I feel that people need to start doing more. And that's it. I mean, in my day, that's how people did things when before all of this. And before all of this, this is how things began and ended. People just got a sketchbook and they sketch. Now we go on AI. You go on AI for what? To do something you could have done. I feel it takes away the human element. See, I'm just shading upward. I've been practicing shading for so long, it's becoming second nature now. So, but yeah, I'm on a strike with I'm not using AI and I'm not paying anybody. So this is what I am. This is what I'm doing, and I think it's great. All right, I got this so far. I'm doing this little ghost thing. Sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't matter which thing that you start freehanding. It always turns out different. It does. It's just in the way you're shading it out, and it always ends up a little different. So it's always whatever you freehand is pretty much yours. Just because it's a version of maybe someone else's, it's like drawing a rose. Yeah, God made this rose, the creator, whatever you would choose to believe, but it's still your depiction of that rose. So you got to remember that too. So, but yeah, I am doing readings. I'm looking out for questions. I'm just getting this sketch done, and then I don't know. I get to sleep in tomorrow. My brothers keep switching days with these people, and I got off work early today. I was able to cash out some of my hours. With all these extra hours I can't use because then you're calling off and this and that, and I have a lot of time. I got like 3 weeks of vacation and just dealing with all this stuff with my dad's estate and possible lawsuits and this and that. It's driving me insane. And I do mean insane. The only thing keeping me together with all of this going on is art. So, alright. I got that shaded out. I'm gonna do his mouth because with Ghost, it's the teeth. Use vintage sewing patterns as illustration as the story spans. Oh, that's not a bad idea. I love this. I wanted to teach myself how to sew. I taught myself how to knit with the needles. I do like doing that. I might start doing more yarn work. I love yarn work. Love it. I do really well with knitting, but when it comes to like sewing, not so good. But I am a fan of sewing. I like all of the arts. I definitely like all of them. I just kind of stumbled upon this when was going to be charged $400 for someone to do illustrations. So, but yeah, Sky, put your reading in. Machine and hand sew, but usually hand sew, even though it takes long. Yeah, I like to hand sew. I feel, I don't know, sometimes I feel it's better to hand sew because I feel it. I don't know. There's something about a symmetry of doing things with your hands. Like when I get blankets from residents and stuff, and it was handcrafted. There's just I don't know. There's something good, happy about it. So I just like it. All right, I gotta start eventually with the teeth. So I'm gonna do a really rough thing here. All right. All the teeth on the bottom part of here are real small, and they shadow. So I'm gonna just do little tiny teeth that are shadowing. I'm just doing small boxes, almost like I don't know, almost like a piano keyboard on the bottom here. And in its teeth, I mean, you're just doing a skull or a goat. I mean, this is a ghost skull type thing. And it's okay. Then I just fade on the bottom part. I just fade in the teeth and stuff. I got the bottom part, but yeah, I do love it. I eventually want to get a sewing machine and start doing that. I think it's awesome when you can make your own curtains. I do. I like it a lot when you can make your own curtains. Alright. See, I already kind of shaded this down. I'm just connecting. I'm shading around here as I'm connecting all this here. Alright, now this comes down a little this way. So you got to get the mandible bone here. Your facial bone's good. And your facial bones are something because it's a human being, so facial bones are universal with humans because it goes with species, obviously. So you have to have distinct things going on, but it's one universal thing because we're the same species. So just remember that too in your ventures when you're doing skulls. And teeth can be all messed up, crooked, or whatever because everybody's teeth isn't perfect. I mean, whose teeth do you know is perfect? If you did, they went to go see a dentist, and when you die, your teeth aren't perfect. And if they are, you really had a good dentist in life. But most of the time, once you're on the ground and dead and all that, things like that are not going to be perfect once you're dead. Alright. Alright, now I got that so far. Yeah, you can have a general read, Ruda. I'm getting new people. I'm excited. Sometimes I like to go in different times just to get different people. I'm a live streamer for the people. I really, truly am. I like to meet the different masses of people around the world. To me, it's more fun. But yeah, 2 seconds. I'm trying to get my skull going here. Alright, you could take pencil when you're doing pencil drawings and you can rub them in. See some of this stuff I'm going to rub in here. I'm trying to do just a shadow here of this cheekbone. Alright, I got this so far. And you know what? Everybody's depiction is kind of different of things. I got this so far. I mean, it's a ghost. A ghost is a ghost. And I'm still going to put more detail into this. Oh, you're okay. You know, I'm over here. You gotta have fun with your time. I like to do fun things when I'm here on YouTube. It's a nice experience. It's a more professional live streaming, so why not try to do more professional things while you're up here? This is what I say. Why not? That's why and you know, and you get to meet people that you'll never see around the world. Otherwise, I get to meet you guys, and I'm here in America, living in Ohio. So, where's Ohioans supposed to go? You know, I live in a horse town, pretty much. They call it a horse town because it could be very rural, but it's nice for the most part. But why not? And this is the one thing you could do that's free and fun in the world and meet people. I enjoy it. Some of my friends think I'm crazy and they don't like being on the camera. Yeah, I'll do yours next, Brian. Alright, Ruda, you are in a Two of Wands. This talks about plans, exploring, intuition, fulfillment, passion, long term goals, aspirations. You're trying to fix yourself and live your best life. That's what I like to call the Two of Wands. And sometimes it takes a minute, and it's always a good energy field to be is the Two of Wands. And then you're surrounded by the Ace of Pentacles. And this talks about new financial or career opportunities, abundance, security, stability, prosperity. I want to say yours is a little bit of everything, and you've really been working on things. And then you're also surrounded by the sun. And this talks about success, positiveness, good luck, happiness, truth, optimism, vitality, and then creativity and self. Yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing, honestly, new opportunities opening up for you, Fruta. I really am. I'm seeing like a lot of different kind of financial opportunities that you might have to go to school or something, but I see things starting to open up for you little by little. So keep hope since you're working on yourself. Keep hope in everything, and maybe every once in a while take time and think about right now homeless and abandoned by family and trying to stay strong. Yeah, that's rough. That is rough. I don't know, maybe try to stay on the strong path. I mean, I don't know what kind of facilities you got close to you, but maybe just try to see if there's like some kind of people around you that could maybe possibly help you or something. I don't know. I'll pray for you. I mean, my mom all the way on Ohio here, so I mean, we all, I mean, life is terrible, and I feel bad for people that are in bad situations. And I will pray to, the light God that you get through things because that's a rough path. It really is. It is a very rough path. Oh, yeah, I hope you do get through. I really do hope you get through things. And I don't know, they always say that things happen for a reason. I don't know, I always hear this stuff. They say death happens for a reason and everything happens for a reason. So hopefully this is all happening for some kind of bigger reason. I mean, that's what I'm hoping for you. And I mean, hopefully that maybe your family comes through soon. Because, I mean, in this world, sometimes when you abandon your family and stuff, it's just a bad scene, and it's not good for anybody's soul that to do that. So maybe I'm hoping they come back to you. I do. Oh, you too. Stay safe. So I hope you stay safe and everything. Because I'll be trying just watching movies over here after I'm through with my ghost skull here. Yeah, you can ask something. You can ask whatever you want. Except for when you're gonna die. I don't do those kind of readings. I've never done death readings. I don't particularly like to do those kind of things because I feel it could be bad doing death readings a lot, so I don't be doing those. Alright. Alright. Now up here is that, and then start shading out this way. I'm gonna start dark shading this way. Alright. You want to know is my friend Kaya. Okay, last time I heard from her, she was on heavy antibiotics for an infection. Oh, well, I could do a reading on her health. If she's on a lot of antibiotics, it will make you loopy. I will tell you that. And spirits don't know this because spirits are they're dead. But I was on heavy antibiotics before I had to have my jaw operated on. And I am going to do reading on it also, but I am in the medical field too, so I'm going to give you some medical expertise about this. Antibiotics, depending, people say that they don't really kind of have side effects, but they do. They made me loopy. So your friend might be a little bit have delirium. I did when they put me on these different drugs because I had the infection was really bad where I almost went septic. And when I almost went septic from all these antibiotics they had on me, I thought I was dying and I was almost hallucinating at one point. So if you are getting distress from your friend and she is like seeing the doctor and stuff like that, my my husband was very concerned because I was hallucinating at a certain point. So your friend may have some of these symptoms, is what I'm telling you. I'm not there. I can't medically tell you she is, but she may be. But I'm going to do a health reading on your friend, okay? But I'm just letting you know from a person that was on a ton of antibiotics where I had to get jaw surgery. And I thought I seen Jesus at some point. They had me on so many. And I say this as an ongoing joke because I really thought I see Jesus at some point. I thought I was dying. And I was close to death, but yeah. And the antibiotics, when they're bringing you back, they make you very loopy. They say that I was really in bad shape, these doctors, so. And I'm glad that I survived this. So, let me do your friend's thing. It was for her eyes. She temporarily lost vision. Said the meds made her unable to eat for a few days. Oh, yeah, they'll do that. They'll make you sick and they can make you throw up. I haven't heard from her in a while, so I just hope she's feeling fine. Yeah, they did that to me too. I lost a lot of weight. I was so sick. I lost 40 pounds because I was on constant medication. I was on antibiotics for over a month. I thought I was going to get C. diff. And then I wouldn't be able to go to work because that's an infection. And when you get it, you kind of, it makes you poop a lot. That's why a lot of times when the hospital gives you too much antibiotics, you develop get this C. diff in, you got to get all these other antibiotics, and it can really mess your system up. And I was grateful I didn't get C. diff, but yeah, antibiotics can mess your ass up. Depending on the level of them, the stronger the antibiotic, the more it can mess you up. And you gotta, at some point, your body has to work also with the antibiotic. So you can't, and some people are so weak that they're on them. I was on them so long, finally my body started reacting and fixing itself, thank God. So let's do a thing on here in her heart. Well, not heart, but you know. All right, Verena. Verena. Okay. All right, you got Knight. She's in the Knight of Swords with her health. And this is just a normal thing. I mean, it's a normal. A Nine of Swords just means where you're just not in your right mind. You got negative thoughts. Your anxiety's high and this and that. That's what pretty much the Knight of Swords is, and that makes sense. She's surrounded by the Three of Swords. I think it's three. And yeah, it is three. Okay. I thought it said three. Alright, she's surrounded by the Three of Swords. This is just about depression and trauma and stuff. This card. What you're going to get when you have a prolonged injury. And then Knight of Pentacles. And this is good. Because the Knight of Pentacles does mean productivity and routine and stuff like that. So she is going to pull through. I'm getting a download. She is going to pull through, but it's going to take time for her to heal. And you know what? When you go through stuff like that, that's what happens. So, yeah, you can get a general reading. Oh, gosh. Ooh. Alright, right in here. Alright, let me shade in here real dark. I'm going to start doing some dark shading by this teeth. Sometimes I do better with my scary stuff than I do with my regular stuff. I seem to really do well with my skulls. Probably because I like them so much. I don't know. I do like my skulls, though. I do swear by, if you're trying to improve doing faces, to draw yourselves a skull. If you can draw these skulls good, oh gosh, you're doing really good. Alright, I'm just going to lightly shade this other skull because the skull is dead. It's been under the earth. So it's not like it got cleaned. There we go. See? Just give some character. It's looking like a scary, scary monster already. Scary, scary. And you're just going through. I mean, it's a fuller skull. Everybody's skulls are different. Some people's cheekbones are more, when they don't have skin on them, are more outward. But learn the texture of a skull. And if you learn that texture of a skull, it'll make your artwork really pop out. It really will. I just like to always do it that. Oh, Sania, you haven't been able to move on from your ex. Yeah, that's moving on's the hardest part, Sania. It really is. I mean, you could say it and move on and know you have to and it's your path, but sometimes moving on is the hardest and bravest thing to do, and you got to have the most courage to move on. I mean, in my life, I think leaving is easy, and then leaving and moving on is the hardest part about it all. People never mention that part about heartbreak. They always mention other parts, but they don't mention the moving on. Only the people that have truly moved on and learned their own limitations really know that answer. Had to move on a couple times, and it literally almost broke me. But what it doesn't, like Kelly Clarkson says in her songs, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But I'll get to you. I'm gonna get to my friend Karan. I'm gonna get to her reading. Oh hi, oh Karan, I made Lucy a stitch. I painted it for her room. Halloween stitch for one of my favorite residents. I do. I love her. She's so cute. All right, you got uh for your central reading, Karan. You have. Oh, you like them? Yeah, I'm getting better at Stitch. I'm trying. I'd have that's marker, acrylic paint. I added acrylic paint to it, and I think it looks better with the acrylic paint, and it kind of blended in with the marker. So I might even do that again. I don't know. It kind of has it got its own life of its own. This is what happens in my artwork. It gets a life of its own, and I'm like, damn, that came out, but this is life. But you are in the chariot, Quran, and this talks about success, action, determination, motivation, leadership, travel, movement, ambition, and willpower. Now, if that doesn't describe you, I don't know what does. If there's a woman on the move in this world, it is you. I don't think I'm this ambitious as you are. You're amazing. If I gotta leave my art studio and not take care of my people, I'd probably have you help me because you're the most ambitious person I know. And then you're surrounded by the star. And this is just, it's about hope and just commitment, contentment, renewal, serenity, spirituality, healing, positivity. It just pretty much, the star just represents keeping hope in the world and guard your spirituality. It pretty much just represents guarding your energy, I guess, in layman's terms, as they say in my day. And then you're surrounded also by the lovers. And this card is about love, relationship, values, and alignment, and choices, and communication, and curiosity, diversity, and adaptation. I mean, love is a merge of two souls, so I am picking up somebody that wants to merge and be a part of your life and have your souls connect. I am picking that up. And who wouldn't want to merge with you? You're on the go. You're like a bright, shiny star. So, all right. All right. Now, Sania, about you. Let's see what advice I can get for you. You know, sometimes, Sania, everything ends, and sometimes endings are messy sometimes. It's not always going to be nice, but they're meant to end for a reason the way they end. Sometimes if they end badly, it's for a purpose also, so don't beat yourself up over things like this. Please don't, because life is too short for this. So I will tell you, I've been on the receiving end of, where I had to break things off, and it gave a lot of pain, but it was meant to be broken off that way. So these are truths that are just true to the world. So I'll see what kind of guidance the spirits want to give you on your ending of circumstance here. You're in the Ten of Cups right now with that, and this talks about abundance, harmony, and balance, and success, which is good, and gratitude. And the Ten of Cups in your case, I'm picking up to, even though you've had this horrible breakup and everything, to still keep genuine gratitude and stay humble type thing. And so you can keep harmony in your life. That's what I'm picking up for you. Then you're surrounded, Sania, with the Ten of Pentacles. And this talks about wealth, financial security, family, long-term success, contribution, legacy, inheritance, ancestry. I'm picking up that, oh my God, you need to stop, Chong, in a minute, okay? My dog's ridiculous. He thinks I'm a walking machine. All right, Chong, just give me like 20 minutes. There's a pad right there. Anyways, Sania, you're also surrounded by the Page of Swords. And this just talks about thirst for knowledge, new ways of communicating, mental agility, and education. I feel that the universe wants you to follow a path of new beginnings, and maybe just start with, maybe job training or something, and put you on another course and stay humble. I believe that I'm getting downloads that the person that you broke it off with, yes, they'll get hurt, but they're going to find someone else. And sometimes things like this are inevitable, even though it's sad, but sometimes they're inevitable. So, all right, Brian, you want to know RM's feelings and intentions for me. You're the most popular girl ever. I don't know. I don't associate with lots of people, but you got a lot of interesting things going on in your life. You're like a superstar, Karan. You really are. You and RM are in the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, this. Stay positive. You're okay. Don't let no one guilt trip you, Sania. Don't. I mean, it's a part of life. I've been through 2 major breakups, 2 divorces. I get it. Things usually always end up badly, then you have a really good beginning. So it's sad, but it happens. Just be nice about it and don't react in bad ways, even if they might call you bad names, because that's going to happen too. So I'm just warning you. But yeah. All right. Now, Quran RM is the central field's a Queen of Pentacles, and this talks about nurturing, practical, providing financially, prosperity, wealth, a homemaker, and down to earth. It's a family orientated card, pretty much like a family energy, a Queen of Pentacles, I like to call it. Then you got the Three of Pentacles. And this talks about teamwork, collaboration, learning, inflammation, quality, recognition, reward, and growth. That's good. You're very adventurous and you do want to bring things to the table. You're a woman on the move, Quran. And the tower also surrounds you. And this is appeal, destruction, revelation, awakening, ruin, adversary. I'm picking up with the tower for you. It's more of an awakening. And this DM has distress in his life. I do see that. And he himself has to go through an awakening. And he will. They say on the 23rd we all are, so that's what they say. It's supposed to be a spiritual revolution on the 23rd of this month. So, when the celestial event happens. Oh, hi, Taurus. How you doing? But yeah, they say that's what they say. All right, I'm gonna try to get my ghost shaded. How you doing, Ty? I am doing good. I'm gonna try to shade this in. Birthday on the Awakening. Yeah, that's what they say. I mean, I don't consider myself a huge spiritualist. I mean, I get inquisitive about things. I don't consider myself a shaman or anything of the sort, but a lot of people that are in that category are saying that this is supposed to be the big event. Christians are saying that Jesus is coming. You want to believe that. But in every religious aspect, something is happening around this celestial event. So the Catholics are saying don't go outside because you're going to get the mark of the beast. Some people are just saying it's the Great Awakening. I guess it's whatever you choose to believe. I guess what I'm going with. I will be going outside. I do not believe that the light god would give such destruction onto us, especially if you're the good of heart. And I do believe in a light God because I've been Catholic I was raised Roman Catholic, and the thing is sometimes I think some of their idealisms are a little bit off. Sometimes they go to the extreme, like they celebrate more of Jesus' suffering, which I don't like. I don't think people should have to be exploited for their suffering. It should be their good acts. I'm that kind of Catholic. So sometimes the Catholics like me, sometimes they really don't. And I'm really okay with it. I'm not upset either way. I'm a privy to the Catholic faith because that is what I was raised in. And I do feel comfortable saying Catholic prayers for positive energy because of this reason. So I guess that's where I'm at with that subject. But yeah, they say that. I mean, I'm going to be looking up more things on this event. but this is what they are calling for. And it's supposed to be a really nice space event, not like the eclipse, which I was so lucky that it was right over my job, and it was like the best thing that was going to happen in my lifetime. And I got to see it firsthand because it came over North America, and it was beautiful. Oh, you're welcome. It was so beautiful. It changed my entire life. It really did, folks. So I don't know. I'm such a space buff. This is how I guess that's how I roll. And when an event's so nice, like if there's a meteorite shower come in or the northern lights, I would be sitting there with popcorn because I just think things of this earth sometimes are a gift and a blessing. But yeah, I just looked up a skull drawing with this, and this is what I got. It's my ghost. This is all you got to do, and I've worked my brain muscle, and that's the important thing is you work your brain muscles. And I'm making a portfolio. But I am going to go take out Chong because he's literally staring at me and whining. So I'm going to take a picture of this when I come up. I'm going to post these two. And I'm going to probably be back tomorrow, Ty. Whatever time it is there where you're at, I made this earlier in my stream. I'm going to try to come on a little bit earlier. I have to probably stay to work till 7 o'clock tomorrow. So I got lucky today, but they're going to probably make me work. But thank you. Oh, yes. He is. He's staring at everything. But I will let you guys go. You guys been awesome. And at least I got some of my artwork done. And I will be back with you guys tomorrow because I'm probably going to sleep into 5 o'clock in the morning. Because my brother has me getting up at 4:30 in the morning. And his idea of sleeping in is me sleeping into 5, laugh out loud. So I will see you guys tomorrow. And then I get my 4 days off. And I'm really glad about that. You guys stay strong, and everything's going to be okay. And the world's not ending, and the mark of the beast is not coming, no matter what people say. These are just things that I don't know. I just don't believe it's like people are saying. But I will see you guys tomorrow, and thank you for your support.